Peter Pan by James Matthew Barrie. Retold by Saviour Pirotta. Narrated by Daphne Kouma. Chapter 1. Peter Pan and the Shadow. The Darlings lived in London. There was Wendy, the eldest, then John, and youngest of all, Michael. Their nanny was a Newfoundland dog named Nana. She was just as good a nanny as a human one, but Mr. Darling, the children's father, worried about what other people might think. He worked in a bank, and people who work in banks worry about what people think of them. Mrs. Darling was very good at reading bedtime stories. One night, she was reading Wendy and the boys an adventure, when Wendy pointed to the window. "Oh, look, there's Peter Pan. He's come to listen to the story." "Who is Peter Pan?" asked Mrs. Darling. "He's a boy who never grew up," replied Wendy. "He can fly," said John. "He doesn't have a mother to read him stories," added Michael. Mrs. Darling looked at the window but could see no one. She remembered believing in a boy who could fly too when she was Wendy's age. He lived with the fairies in a place called Neverland. Now that she was a grown-up, Mrs. Darling did not believe in Peter Pan any longer. Fairy tales are only for children, after all. After the children went to bed, Mrs. Darling stayed in the nursery, darning socks. Suddenly, the nursery window blew open. A boy dropped on the carpet. A bright light followed him, zipping around the room. Mrs. Darling knew at once that the boy was Peter Pan. He had a coat made of autumn leaves. His eyes were bright and full of mischief. Nana rushed into the room, growling. The boy sprang back to the window. He managed to get out, but Nana slammed the window shut, trapping his shadow inside. Mrs. Darling rolled it up and put it in a drawer. A few days later, Mr. and Mrs. Darling went out to a party. The children were asleep. Once again, the nursery window flew open. Peter Pan swooped in. "Well, Tink, have you found my shadow?" The bright light Mrs. Darling had seen flew into the room. It was really a fairy named Tinker Bell. She looked around the room, then pointed to a drawer. Peter Pan opened it. "Ha! Here's my shadow. Now, all I have to do is stick it back on again." "But how shall I do that?" "I'll sew it on for you," offered Wendy. Tinker Bell's bright light had woken her up.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?